this is the basically your way into the site. This is the Wisbech campus main entrance where all students will come in through. This leads into a reception area, which it doesn't show you in this video, but this also goes on to the canteen area and also onto the LRC, our Learning Resource Centre. So in here, you'll find a number of PCs that you can book out and you can do work, quiet seating area, that sort of thing. All right, so we're into the first workshop, which is our brick workshop. There's a nice piece of brickwork there, which I think a couple of students built about 2 years ago. So that's students' work. There's two main brick workshops. This one is used predominantly by apprentices. So this is all apprentices' work that they were working on prior to lockdown. So there was, as you can see, some of the jobs are halfway completed, odd ones finished in there. So yes, so what you do is you start off in here, you're assigned a sort of a bay. You can see yellow areas on the floor. You're given your own section to work to. And in that area, you're given your tasks, and you'll start off by doing some fairly easy stuff. You'll be learning how to roll mortar, then gauge, find your gauge and level, that sort of stuff. Some nice decorative work there. There's a piece of herringbone work where the students practice doing their pointing up. This bit here is a bit of an assessment task, so a cavity wall. So something that you would see in a modern house is a cavity wall construction. And then here we have another bit of decorative work, a bit of rusticated corner, so a bit of detailing work. Following on from that, this was a couple of students or a couple of apprentices built this together. So basically it's a segmented arch. So on here we have some curved brickwork. So you'd probably see this on things like garden walls to give a nice feature to a garden wall, or the gables of a building. On this one, so this is the last bit here. So here we have just a rough ringed arch. So this is where you'd use an opening in a wall where it's not supported. So the arch would actually support all the brickwork above it. Right, this is now in D corridor, which leads on to carpentry and joinery and paint and decorating. So it was actually paint and decorating students about 3 years ago designed and painted this corridor. Right, then to the carpentry and joinery workshop. So James was just talking about some of the carpentry work you do there. So there's things like some door linings, some stud work and hanging doors. So these are all sorts of jobs that you would do on site. They are, as the qualification says, it's a site carpentry qualification. So they're the skills you're going to learn. There's a bit there on boxing in. So if you've got some unsightly pipe work you need to lose, you learn how to box it in. There's a little bit of a flat roofing there. So you learn how to do a flat roofing. In the next workshop, there is some trussed roofs. So the students will put the trusses up. You'd also do things like put the soffit on, the fascia on. So this is Kevin's workshop. So in paint and decorating, basically you're given a little room to work to. So you've got everything in there. There's skirting in there. There's a bit of dado rail. There's some inside, outside corners, windows, doors and things. And as you're working in that room, you're going to learn how to do things like your surface preparation, how to get all your surfaces ready, you know, so wood, filling woodwork, sanding down, that sort of stuff. Then going on to priming, undercoating, and then finishing. So in there as well, you do things like wallpapering. So they put lining paper up and finishing, decorative wallpaper. So that's basically our three main areas: carpentry and joinery, paint and decorating, and brickwork.